10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Chapter systems are offline.
Welcome to the Banter Club. Join myself, Mark, along with TY, Jackie, and Mahal as we talk all things sport. We will definitely trash your team, and if you don't like it, we'll definitely tell you your favorite footballer is a tax evader. Join us every week on the Banter Club.
Are we really doing this?
Of course, we are, definitely.
Welcome to it. It is officially another episode of the Banter Club South Africa with myself, TY, aka Abuti Broadway. The number one Sandawana fan, the only Sandawana fan in here tonight. And I'm joined by the regular banters. Mark, how you doing, man?
Kabu. Oh, no, it's not our line. No, I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm absolutely amazing. Mahal, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, sir?
Hi, Gumanati. We
We are good. Yeah. Pretty good. For now.
We've got a special guest in the building. He's sitting number 5 on the log last time I checked. All the way from Escotini. Escamakepu.
Minzela.
Mr. Justice Mokoena, Pagania's arguably Pirates number 1 fan, joins us today. You good, bro?
Yeah, Gishapu Mren, how's it? I'm good.
No, I'm all good. Now, there's a lot to talk about today. But before we even continue, before we even go anywhere, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, retweet, and like Maglazana would say, tell your grandmother. Oranjan.
Definitely.
You know.
That name has stuck. That name is definitely stuck. All right, let's kick started off in the DSTV Premiership. Title is looking very, very hectic right now. Looked good for a second there, but now, Baraite fella. Majusto, let me start with you. What are your thoughts, man?
About the whole race or Agapagania?
About the whole race, the top 3 race. Paris is not in the top 3.
Yeah, no. I know that. And it's something that can change, possibly. But I would like to tell... I'd like to tell Masanda Wana, I've been telling you, TY, that there's a new case in the PSL, right? And the case in the new PSL case is that you can hold number 1 for as long as you want. But at the end of the race, there are possibilities that you might run, you might hold that number 1 for 12 months, but at the end, with just 20 minutes left for the league to close, and then you lose it. So Sundowns, I don't know, man. Sundowns might not win the league. I'm not confident about that because they're losing the momentum. They're losing the grip, and Amazon is coming at them. And I think Benny has been doing extremely well in terms of the last games that he played. I think more than 10 games, if I'm not mistaken, but he's doing extremely well. And Sundowns starting to crumble now. They drawing, they losing some games.
Hi, man. Benny flavor of the month, man. Benny flavor of the month. Look, we've seen this movie before. We know how it ends. It ends with Sundowns winning the league. I mean, look, we lost to Chiefs. Chiefs beat us. No one understands how that happened. Chiefs came to Loftus for 3 points and they got it. Chiefs went to Orlando Stadium for 3 points, they got it. Yeah. Everywhere else, they're going for draws. So don't take that loss serious, man. And we're just going through a rough patch. Mark, do you really not see Sundowns winning the league?
Mara Ninjani, why are you asking me such questions after you have bet me?
Exactly.
Because of karma, I really not karma billiard. Karma,
Oh, the karma, yeah.
we really hope Amazulu does the Lord's work and then steals the league in an unprecedented move where they will rise from the ashes. So I see Amazulu coming in, winning this thing. Sundowns throwing the last. How many games are left? They've got 5 games left. They'll draw the 3, lose 2.
Yo, Mahau. There's no way you agree with any of these gents.
Look, firstly, looking at the Amazulu team, I think by far they're the best team this season, Amazulu, especially under coach Benny. And I mean, Benny has been there for...
Wait. They're by far the best team, what? This season?
This season, yeah.
Okay.
Look,
let
me explain this why. Firstly, let's look at those players. Those players that they reject from different teams. They were rejected by Orlando Pirates.
Especially Pirates.
You see? And let's look at their Coach Benny. He's been there for 19 games. He has won 12 games out of those 19 games. He has won 13 games, lost 3, drew 5, and he has a win rate of 62%. And that's a record breaking because no coach within the PSL has ever won has won a 60% win rate, even 50 yet alone within his or her first appointment when it comes to the coaching a certain team. But Benny has done that. 60%, 62% win rate, 10 years experience when it comes to coaching, and you could see or no, he's got this. I mean, after 22 games, Amazulu are sitting in position number 2, 14 wins, 8 draws, only 4 losses, and they've managed to score 37 goals, and they've conceded 21 goals, which their goal difference is sitting at a good position of 16 goal difference and 50 points. They're the first team to reach 50, by the way. Sundowns is not the first team to reach 50. Look at this season. I mean, you can never take away the joy and the experience that they've had this season at the Amazulu team. They've been the best team. Yes, Golden Arrows tried that. Sundowns, I mean, here and there.
They're the best.
Let's not take away this.
No, but guys, let's be honest. Every team, doesn't matter which season it is, goes through a rough patch. Sundowns went through a rough patch of 4 games. One was the Nedbank Cup. We drew that game and lost on penalties. The other was a loss to Chiefs. The other was a draw to Golden Arrows and a draw to Amazulu. Since then, we've clubbed everybody we bumped into. Yeah, we went to Orlando, came back with 3 points and 3 goals.
TY.
Marisburg came this side, we clubbed them as well.
TY, I get you. You guys are clapping people. It's okay. I understand that. I'm saying to you, let's look at Kaizer Chiefs, how they clapped people last season, and then the last important clap, it didn't land on anyone. They missed. And then, I think it was the last 20 minutes of those 2 games, and then they lost the league. And Sundowns was playing so well this league. They were not losing games, but now they're starting to lose their momentum. I'm saying it's a curse of the PSL. You can be number 1 for the entire season, but the last 10 games, which are very, very, very the most important games, you might lose them. You know what I mean? And check Sundowns. I wouldn't be worried if the next game, Sundowns, it was Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, maybe Super Sport, but it's TS Galaxy, Stellenbosch, it's cheaper. Not cheaper. No. It's TS Galaxy. I have it there. It's a TS Galaxy, Super Sport United, Bloemfontein Celtics, Cape Town City. Yeah? It's small teams which are very serious, Baba. They want to distract Sundowns.
But Justice,
Yes.
why are you talking about first and second position when Pirates hasn't been there in a long, long time?
No.
When was the last time that Pirates was in first or even second position?
No. It's okay for Pirates. I've given up, but
It's not okay. Don't lie.
It's a shambles. It's a shambles.
Maro, we better than Kaizer Chiefs, Jens. Chiefs is like, Tiwa, remember what you talked about today on air? You remember?
No, I don't remember.
To Chiefs. How I referred to Chiefs as. You asked the question on air. of a guy who said, a lady actually said, the guy was sleeping over, and then they had.
Majesto.
It's the censorship.
Yeah, no, censorship. Man, you went left.
But
You know, hold on. I'm just very happy that a Pirates fan is bringing across this curse thing. Because once upon a time there was this thing called the curse of Teko Modise.
yeah.
Now there's this PSL curse. Sundowns is about to break it again. Watch this space.
I mean, too, I don't think I would agree with Justice on the PSL case thing, but I think looking at this season, in particular this season, it has been quite a fast season. I mean, I think we've managed to cover this whole season within 3 months, and we have Sundowns playing within the DStv Premiership, within the CAF Champions League, within the Nedbank Cup, within the MTN 8. Sooner or later, at this point, when our players are reaching that fatigue moment, when now players are starting to burn out, say, okay, we are really tired now. We've been playing Saturday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Sunday. At some point in time, you are about to reach this point. And I think you should be glad that you are reaching this level where you are sitting at a comfortable position number one, with 4 points clear the second team. You still have games in hand. So I think it's sort of an advantage to you guys. You said, okay, you can lose at least a game or two, or even draw 3 games or 2 games, but still you still have that lead within the DStv Premiership. And I mean, even Coach Mangoba even mentioned this to say that, okay, players are starting to reach the point where now they are tired, they are gonna burn out. That's what you are experiencing right now, and there's nothing you can take away. And I did say this about Roka Solos, Solos rather. They started on fire, but I said that start is important for them. Because right now, look at them. They are drawing game in, game out. They're about to break that record of a team drawing game in, game out. But even though they're drawing, they still maintain the top 5 when it comes to the DStv, because they've managed to win all those important games that they had to win by the beginning of the season. Right now, they can draw as much as they want to, but they'll still remain within the top 8.
But my thing is, Swallows is their very first time in the league, so it makes sense. They were going to burn out. I mean, looking at their squad age, etc.
Definitely.
You're talking about a team. You're talking about a team that's been number 1 or number 2 for the past 8 years in a row. You know what I mean? We haven't been third in nearly a decade. You know what I mean? Next year, if we come top 2, we've been top 2 literally for close to 10 years or 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a different ballgame because you've got a different technical team. You've got gents that know exactly what they're doing in the background staff. You know what I'm saying? They know what they're doing. You've got your team doctor. You've got your team. The guys that make sure the players are physically fit. It's different ball game to what Swallows is doing. Hence, I'm saying we know this movie. Mangoba's been there for this movie. He knows how to finish off. And the difference between Mangoba and Pito is that Pito is more of a sit back and attack type of guy in terms of the league, where Pito always comes from behind. Even now with Alach, he's sitting second. He's going to win it at the end. You know what I mean? And then in terms of Mangoba, he wants to finish it off quickly so he can go to CAF Champions League. So you've got 2 different coaching styles. We went through a 4-game slump. There's no way Amazulu's winning the league.
But it's gonna be a difficult one. I mean, you can never say you've seen this movie. I mean, Corona came through last year, unless if Sundowns had Corona. I don't know when. But I mean, what I'm saying is, this league has run 220 kilometers per hour, and there was a minimum rest for players. And I mean, talking about Sundowns, I've mentioned that you are playing within the CAF Champions League, you are playing within the MTN 8, you've played within the
what I'm saying is
Cup.
we used to this. This is what we used to. The
But
pace
you're
the
not used
league
to.
is playing now. We playing
But
at
you're
this
not
pace
used-
every single season.
Yeah, come on. You're not used to playing Wednesday, Sundays. I mean, this thing only happened right now when it happens within COVID-19. Now you have to finish the league within the short amount of, I think 3 months. I mean, that has never happened where now the league has to be completed within 3 months.
Mark, please hop in here. You know Sundowns is hectic. Do we not play on a regular basis? Literally every second or third day.
I know that I think that's there are periods where you guys do that, but I don't believe this thing of we play too much and whatnot. Yes, we understand the schedule is a bit heavy, but I think that's the same for Chiefs as well. I mean, it's quite heavy. So I think what helps Sundowns is that you guys have a really, really big squad. So I don't think it's really an excuse. But at the same time, yeah, no, man. Sundowns, it's got quality, it's got a big side. They should win the league quite easily. Yeah, but you guys don't play that often. But because Peter used to say it, the other teams are well-rested teams. So we'll leave it at that.
Justo, are you back? Justice, are you back? And the Mokoena has gone. Justice is gone.
No. I'm here.
Okay, you're back. Give me your thoughts.
I've been here listening, so I don't know. Maybe you guys couldn't hear me, but I hear you talking about Mangoba Mniti, and I have a question about that. You think Mangoba Mniti is using his own tactics, his own way of coaching, or is still using Pito's ways? Because remember, Pito just left, and then Mangoba took over, and then came Kompela, and then came Rulane. Don't you think he's still using, number one, he's still using most of the squad that Pito bought, right? I think we'll see the best of those three coaches, the three musketeers, in the new season. You know, I think when the season starts, when now they have to start from scratch, sign their own players, build their own team, build their own strategy and everything, that's where we'll see their strength. I think right now they're still eating the crumbs that Pito. They're still benefiting from Pito's squad that was built by Pito. That's what I'm thinking about Mangoba.
Why fix it if it's not broken?
Thank you, Mao.
No. I get you. Why fix it when it's not broken? But here's the thing. If I know my car, and then you drive my car because it's not broken, there's a point where my car is going to give you problems, and I'm not there. That's what I'm saying.
But I disagree. I think if you watch Sundown, they played quite differently to the way Peter used to play.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you look at how Mangoba approaches the game, he wants to go and attack the opposition. He does, because Peter likes to sit back, get the ball, string passes together, and I think, I don't know, whenever he feels that the team is ready to attack, they'll attack. That's why last season they won a lot of 1-0 games, 2-1. So I think Mangoba is he likes the total football, you know, whereby he likes to attack. He enjoys seeing guys actually take on players. Whereas with Peter, I think he was very conservative. That's why someone like Kekana has fallen out of favor, because you have the younger guys with more energy who are going to give you a lot more in that system that Mangoba's played. So
here we go.
He's very different, man. It's very, very different.
Again, I think one thing we saw this season, I think it's a use of more players. We've seen players changing now. I mean, coming to look at Pizzo, you have the same players. I mean, the only change that will happen maybe it's because of injuries, but this season, I mean, we've seen new players being introduced in, whether there's injuries or no injuries, whether the player is playing good or not, but you could still know there's game time for each and every player within the Sundowns squad.
There you go. And just to answer the transfer thing, we've already signed players. Sundowns already signed players. I mean, Pavol Safranco, to mention one, who is a deadly striker. Peter Shaululile 2.0. Hey, next season's gonna be a move.
Well, I'm saying that's when we see the real three coaches, which I think, okay, it's working for them now. But I personally think, as the time goes on, there might be a clash of characters. That's just my view. I mean, here we're not really talking about some amateur coaches who are coming in as assistants. We're talking about Kompela, who once led Chiefs, failed, and then Arrows, he was doing well, and then we have Mangoba Mnit, who's been shadowing Pito for the longest of time. I think he's hungry to be a leading man as well. And then we have Rulan. We know Rulan has got a big head, you know? And
not even. Hold on. Let me correct you. And it's the podcast a lot. Let me correct you. All three coaches have three different roles. Ne?
Okay, yeah.
Rulani is the technical coach. He works on the technical things. This player must da da da. This player must da da da. Steve Kompela is more about man-to-man management. When Jali's not playing well, Steve is the guy that speaks to him as a player. Rolando Mokoena is the one that oversees the technical team. So they've got 3 different roles. It's very hard for egos to clash when everybody knows what their job is and everybody does their job. That is why it's such a well-oiled machine.
No, if you put it like that, but it's just that's why I said from my own the way I view it, from my own perspective, I think as the time goes on, guys, we can give them roles. We can say this one is a cooker.
And please, no matter what you
that one
say,
is a driver. Yeah.
Majasto, do not say that Kompela is there to teach Nascimento English, please.
I never said anything about English. I did not. I'm just saying as time goes on. I mean, the team's gonna do well, yes, and everyone is gonna think, well, no, maybe it is my Rulani, or it's mine Kompela, or it's mine. I personally view it in that way. You cannot put 3 bulls in one crawl. You know what I mean? There must be someone who's on top, and then obviously mostly the assistant coaches, it's people who are being groomed, people who who have played soccer but haven't really coached. Like, let's say we take Dr. Kumalo, and he's an assistant to maybe Peter Msiman, for an example. Doctor hasn't done coaching, so he's still learning. But these 3 guys, it's people who've been around, people who've been. It's just my view. And guys, I know we've talked so much.
This is why Pirates is at number 4 and Chiefs at number 9. This way of thinking.
No. I think we should also. We've talked about Sundowns, but I think we should also recognize Abafana's 10.
Yes.
I mean, this season they've done exceptionally well. I mean, they are number 3. Whoever thought Golden Arrows could be number 3? I think they've done exceptionally well on top of Pirates with just a point. But it's still something that we should talk about, something that we should look at. I mean, this team, man, no one ever thought it can finish the league on number 3. I mean, guys, I think that's something we should also look at. Sundowns, okay, might take a league. I'm not so confident. I'm rooting for Amazulu, but teams like Golden Arrows, who are number 3, and then teams like Kaizer Chiefs, it's down there, not even top 8. Teams like Super Sport, not even number 6. Morocco Solos had some paraffin. They went to the shop, bought paraffin, 20 liter, and now it seems like they have to pour, small, some syringe yana, and it's not really working. I don't understand why. TY is talking about the age thing, but I don't think it's that. I think there might be some breakdown somewhere. You cannot draw this much, and I think they've already broken the record of draws, which we all thought Solos is going to take the lead.
The record is held by Pirates. Just say, keep going though.
No, I'm talking. Hey, bro, I'm talking about this season, man.
Okay. But just though, since we have a Pirates fan in the building for once, we never have Pirates fans. Can we please address one of the Pirates real quick? Where's Anna?
Can I please address?
Can we please address you as a Pirates fan? Maybe you can explain it. Where's Hala?
Pirates and Zin Power.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But David is sitting there on the bench. Where's Hala?
No. The walkie-talkies.
The walkie-talkies.
Hey guys, look now.
Is Screamer really the coach? Hey, we have so many questions for you.
No. I was listening to Takoza talking about the Screamer thing, yeah? And then when he explains it, well, I think he was just being protective anyway. He explains it in this way that Screamer Shabalala is just sort of an overseer. He's not really a coach. He doesn't really interfere. But we've seen some actions where this guy, the defender man, the legendary, the veteran one.
What?
Happy Jelle, going to him on the grandstand and then giving instructions, and then people were talking on Twitter like, why is Skrima Shabalala giving instructions? Is he a coach? Is he the one who makes decisions? But when Kwaza breaks it down, it's like, nah, it's not like that. He's just an overseer, someone who loves sports, someone who loves Orlando Pirates. He communicates with the coaches when necessary, but not really. But Harutwela Screamer. Let's go back to Jay-Z and the players. Look, man, every team has got its ups and downs. Even though we cannot call the Chiefs saga a down, it's just a downhill. the rain is just pouring. But with Pirates, I think it plays like any other team, and then they just losing much this season, or they're not really doing well or scoring well. I mean, look at Zimbabwe, the players that he plays. Kabadino Mahango, he's doing exceptionally well. He's a striker. He scores goals, but he's not playing him. And I think there's a lot of things that are happening. Zakela Lepasa wanna leave Pirates as well, I heard, and Lodge wanna leave. So I think there's a lot of internal stuff that are happening for Pirates, and they're affecting players at the same time, because we cannot run away from the fact that if there's something that's happening internally, it affects you or the players in the field. So I think there's a lot of drama happening. I personally don't blame Zimbabwe. I think Zimbabwe is cool. They should keep him and give him more seasons, because I have that problem in South Africa, where the coaches are being fired. One season you're out. Every team is becoming like Cheaper United now. Mpenyesi, today he buys pork. He's like, no, this pork doesn't taste well. The coach must go. Tomorrow he buys chicken. This chicken doesn't taste well. The coach must go. I have a problem with that in South Africa. So I think they should keep Zimbabwe. Let him build a team. I mean, last season he did kind of well. And this season, I think he did well, man. Chief Pirates is on top 4, and the league is not over yet. We might improve. Remember Batriana. You never know. So let's give Pirates a chance, comrades. Let's give Pirates a chance. And I don't think there's a problem with Pirates. I'm addressing your issue. There's no problem with Pirates. It's just some internal issues. Tabolochi, Pasa here and there, and other players. And I think Zimbabwe, his faults are not playing players who are doing well, who are scoring, who plays regularly and score goals. So I can address Pirates issue like that. I mean Pirates and Chiefs. Pirates is doing exceptionally well. Chiefs is going to probably clear Africa. We'll talk about that end of the season. They're not even on top 8. So Chiefs is nothing to talk about.
All right. I agree with you on one thing. Hey, Zim build, but hey, he must build something else, because that man is a plumber. He's not a soccer player. Build a kitchen. He's not a soccer coach. Build a kitchen. Build a bathroom. I'm not a team. You're losing it.
I mean, they want to build, but they keep on bringing Chiefs within their conversation. How do you
Thank
build
you.
when you keep on looking at the Naturena side? Now,
Chiefs is cement, man. We use it to build.
That's why you haven't won trophies in so long.
You know what's my thought, man?
Yeah.
I thought. Remember, I did mention this saying that I've never seen Joseph Zimbabwe's play or tactics when it comes to Orlando Pirates. I mean, Orlando Pirates, I think it's one of I think it's the second best team when it comes to signing players this season. But we've never really seen those players really getting to play as a team. I think most of the players that we saw, they were playing individual games, but we couldn't see what Joseph Zimbabwe's plan was with Pirates. And then just to realize or no, man, apparently there's some guy who has the joystick here. There are hockey-talkies running within the field. We're not sure Kimang is wearing the other hockey. So there's a problem that there's someone who's holding the joystick. I mean, he's trying to control everything, and that's messing up the entire team. And seeing Orlando Pirates sitting at position number 4, I think they should consider themselves, probably they should, where Chiefs is sitting, they should be there.
They should be there.
And I foresee problems coming to the next season if this thing continues. So I think the protest that's going to happen at Naturena should probably happen also at Scotting's Kamaminzel.
Hey, bro, you cannot compare you cannot compare the go slow, Mazimba go slow, which is Kaizer Chiefs right now, and compare them to something. Pirates is better. It's like Simba Chiefs. Chiefs is go slow, so you cannot put them together. Chiefs this season, they flopped. I don't know what's the problem. Do we have a Chiefs guy in here? We can address the Chiefs.
You've got 2. There's 2.
Guys, what's happening in Naturena?
No,
is it the coach or what?
We are going too much to Naturena.
Look, I'm not gonna defend Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, I've never seen this. I've never seen Is it that difficult to get 30 points within? I mean, we're struggling to reach 30 points. Is it that difficult to get just 30 points? I mean, after 26 games, we've only won 6 games, and I see problems now because we are 5 points far away from Chippa United, and if anything happens, we're likely to see ourselves going down. But I don't see that happening. Well, and even if we get relegated, trust us, we are gonna buy some status somewhere there.
We're gonna buy Orlando Pirates 3 times.
Chiefs is going to play Andy Lempisani next season.
All right. A quick update. On Friday, the hashtag Kaizer Chiefs protest began to trend on social media, with the attention quickly pushing it up to the most engaging topic on the South African Twitter sphere. Several of the posts suggested a march would take place, were accompanied by a specific image that's by thousands of Amaku supporters online. Is the strike a real thing? Are you going to strike Huetala? I mean, you're not doing well in the CAF Champions. You're not doing well in the PSL, but the CAF Champions League is doing pretty good. What do you think needs to happen at Kaizer Chiefs for Chiefs fans rather? You're a Chiefs fan. Explain, what do you want?
I think I've said this before in previous episodes. You need to get football people in football positions. So first of all, look, okay, Gavin Hunt, is he the right guy right now for rebuilding? I don't know. There's still a big question mark around him because he seems to not be, he doesn't want this project. It seems to me. I think he probably just took the job because it was a very good paying job, and you can see he's getting old. Maybe wants a payday. But anyway, so guys like Bobby need to step aside. We all know this. Bobby has never kicked the ball in his life. The only time he's kicked the ball is probably when he was fighting outside a club. So my thing is, you need to get football guys. So first of all, get football directors if you need to. Get guys who are going to control who comes into the club, who leaves the club. How do the players live? Are they guys that practice just maybe once and then they go to the mall? You know, there's a lot of things that need to be done within the structures of Kaizer Chiefs. You can clearly tell that the players are mentally not there. Are there psychologists for this? We don't know. Yes. So there's a lot of things that need to happen within the structures of the team, and it starts with guys like Bobby stepping aside and letting people who actually know football take over. It's very simple. I mean, we've had an aging team for how long now? It's been a long time. I mean, guys like Park and Katsanda, we should have had a succession plan, because if you remember correctly, Katsanda came in to replace Nengomash. You see, there was a succession plan. There was a succession plan there. So there's no succession plan. I mean, these boys, no Blom, no Macheke, and all these boys, they just came in because the situation was dire. They didn't come in because they're replacing someone specifically. So I think there's a lot that needs to happen when it comes to the succession of Kaizer Chiefs. You can't just have players sitting on the sidelines or just throwing young players in there. They need to know that, okay, listen, I'm here to do a specific job and I need to learn from a specific player. What are you going to learn from Parker? So, yeah.
Okay. Question. Talking about that, I mean, let's talk about Kevin Hunt. Kevin Hunt is one of the legends in South Africa in terms of coaching. Kevin Hunt did very well with SuperSport, right? Now, here's a question here. Mazinho.com, he was number 1 for 12 months and then dropped the ball the last match, 5. And he did exceptionally well with this team, with the same team that Hunt received. Is the problem a coach, or the problem is with players? I hear you complaining about Bobine, but Bobby was there last season. You know, Chiefs was doing great. Bobby was still there. Chiefs was doing great. The players were still there. Parker, Katsande, whoever you can mention, were still there. And then now comes Kevin Hunt. Do you think the players are kind of protesting that Harabatli Hunt, or maybe I don't know? It's the internal problems with Kaizer Chiefs, because we cannot say Hunt is not a good coach. We know Hunt can hunt and kill. You know, he's a predator. We've seen that with SuperSport. He's done exceptionally well, though.
Before anyone answers, hold on. Before anyone answers, I just want to say, this is the problem with Soweto team. You just said Chiefs last season. Which trophy did they pick up when they did well, Chiefs?
No, you talk about the league, though. I get it, they were leading for the whole Corona. Because of Corona, they were leading, so...
Okay, you may proceed. You just may proceed.
you know my concern. You know what I was thinking, and I think the past few games that I saw Chiefs playing, you could see or no. I'll touch on the base of where Mark said players are mentally not there. So the question is rather, are those players, because I mean, definitely some of them, they know or no, they are not within the plans of Coach Kevin Hunt. But one thing they know, that they cannot leave, because I mean, Kevin Hunt cannot sign any players. So the question is, are those players sabotaging Coach Kevin Hunt, knowing that no, but we are wasting our time here. We just have to play, because I mean, you can tell all the mistakes that have been made game in, game out by those players. Then, I mean, not even a player be suffer what could make those mistakes, but you see them making those mistakes. So the question is, are they making those mistakes knowing that no, we just sabotaging this whole structure, we just sabotaging Coach Kevin Hunt because we know that we are not within his plans come next season?
I don't know. Okay, I'm not a Chiefs fan, but again, let me ask about the strike. I haven't been answered, but it's okay. I understand the what's happening in Churena is very sad. And the question that I'll ask about the strike, though, I don't think it has ever happened in South African football where the fans are striking and marching to the office. It's breaking, it's record breaking. It's fine. But is it going to help?
Ask Yeskins, he knows about strikes.
Yeah?
Johan Yeskins knows all about strikes.
Is it going to help, though, if you guys march to Chiefs offices? And I mean, this is football. It's not politics, where politics can march and say, we want a service delivery, and then tomorrow they do that because you guys march. With football, the result might still be the same, you know?
No. I disagree. I think relegating football to being non-political is unconstitutional.
You're bringing Jordan again now.
Football is probably the most political thing in this country, because right now we are being political. You are a fan of that team in black, and we are, the people of love and peace. It's very political what we are going through right now on this podcast. So football is very political. And if the people must march to Naturena in order for there to be change, let them march. Because at the end of the day, we are stakeholders in this club. Whether or not we contribute money, or we contribute our tears, or we contribute the frustration of losing the league in the last day, we are stakeholders. We are there.
What's in the memorandum?
Let's just hold on, Majesto. Okay, let's just hope that strike has nothing but love and peace, and no violence or dispute. Please.
Obvious.
In other news, real quick, former Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns winger George Lebese is no longer with TTM. Head coach Dylan Kerr has confirmed. Now, Lebese was announced as a new TTM signing just last month after terminating his new contract with USL side Colorado Switchbacks, but has been unable to register with the DStv Premiership club. What is going on with George Lebese? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Because ever since his time at Sundowns, ever since that Baroka FC game where rumor has it, he complained that he can't play because it's too hot. And he was on fire that game. And he got substituted at halftime. Rumor has it.
I don't buy that story, though.
That's what I'm saying. Rumor has it. I don't know if I was not there. And then the other one says, look, he says he never. What's been going on? Should he have never left Sundowns? Never left Chiefs? Someone please balance me. I'm confused at Lebese's career right now. So much talent being wasted. Or is it just a matter of ill discipline? I mean, how do you sign for a team less than a month? You have not even played a single game. You've been fired.
I think he shouldn't have left Kaizer Chiefs. You know, I think that's where the problem started for him. And then he went to Sundowns, and then there were stories of him asking to be substituted. If you watch Marawa Sports on YouTube, he was explaining, "Well, I never said that." You know, that whatever.
But that's two sides to a story. The coaches can say otherwise. He can say otherwise. We weren't in the room, so we'll never know.
Yeah. But I'm just saying what he said. I'm just repeating what he said. We're talking about the sides. You know, coach is saying this, and then he's saying this. But we all know after he left Chiefs, that's where his career went south. So personally, I think he shouldn't have left Kaizer Chiefs. Whatever saga that was happening, whatever politics that were happening, he should have just sorted them out. Because I'm afraid also this guy might make the same mistake. Lodge, he might just make the same mistake as Libese.
Lodge is finished.
Yo.
No comment.
No, but like we have seen this. We have seen this pattern. You have a great season, and then the next season you are lukewarm at best. After, where's Lodge going from here? Because he's clearly, if Zimbabwe stays another season, Lodge is not playing next season.
They said he's going to Sundowns.
He's going to Sundowns.
Yeah, I heard that too.
And you know what? You know what's going to happen at Sundowns? The same thing that happened to Teko Modise when fans said that he's finished at Pirates.
Yeah.
Because the problem is his heart is no longer at Pirates. He wanted to move overseas. He was blocked. He doesn't want to play for that team anymore. He wants nothing to do with that team anymore. He's going to go to Sundowns and do well, trust.
Hey, Koza, that iron fist of everyone.
It's a... Gents, let's quickly wrap up George Libese real quick. What's happening with George Libese? He's 32 years old now. Is there still a career for George? Yes or no? How do you think George still has a career?
Well, I think if he needs to rebuild himself, I think he needs to find a team within the Glad Africa Championship. I doubt there's any team within the... Unless maybe if you go to Amazulu, maybe Coach Benny might use him. But I think building his career would be the best option. Start with the Glad Africa Championship.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Mark, your thoughts quickly as we wrap up on this one?
I really think he must go to a club where it's a small town. So any town that's really small, I think he'll probably do well because then he'll just focus on football. Because we all know
he's at a small team that's in a small town we've never heard of till this team. And he got it down.
Which one? The Switchbacks?
Yeah.
No, but actually that was because of COVID, because he couldn't go back because South Africa was banned from going back.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, so his contract was terminated. But I think right now, if he goes to a Bloem Celtic, nice little small town, I think he might play a bit, and he might play till he's like 35, and then he must play Legends League on Sundays.
You must come coach there by Pirates, because Pirates needs a coach, in my opinion.
Because that 12s will definitely get valuable information from him.
Yeah.
T.Y.
Yeah, man.
You must put respect next to TTM's name, ne?
This guy.
I'm just saying, you know what they just did? Chakuma Chamazibandera. So respect them. They just killed one of the Soweto Giants, so we should respect them. And Taban Libesi, he must try Beni. He must go to Amazulu. I think Beni is doing exceptionally well, and he might just help him to resurrect his career. I think he can still play, man. I think he can still play, and I think he was blocked, just like music artists. They block you everywhere. You try to submit, you can't. So I think they did the same thing to Libesi, but I think he can still come back.
Definitely, man. All right, let's move it abroad real quick. EPL, Man City sitting first. If they beat Chelsea this weekend, if they beat Chelsea, I repeat, if they beat Chelsea this weekend, they are going to win.
Why are you asking the impossible? You know it's not happening.
Okay. And if the Man United is sitting second right now with 67 points, it's clear that you know what, the league is gone. Let's not even lie about it. Leicester sitting third. They're currently losing 2-0 to Newcastle. Fourth is Chelsea. Fifth is West Ham. Sixth is the team that fired Jose Mourinho, Tottenham. Seventh is Liverpool. Eighth is Everton. Ninth is that team that we don't speak about called the Gunners, aka Arsenal. 10th is Aston Villa. Who's making your top four?
The top four as it is right now is the top four at the end of the season.
I
That's
disagree
what
with
I'm
you,
saying
but
as well.
okay. Ha, Mahau, you hater.
I'm gonna that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah,
Your
Man
league
City,
champions are
Man-
sitting seventh and you're writing them off
I-
with 5 games to go.
And I mean,
Guys,
I'm-
put some
I'm-
respect on your champions.
and I'm a Liverpool fan, mind you. Maybe Madrid at number 5.
Oh, wow, Ngadilete. I don't believe you. This is a miracle. I don't believe you. 5 games to go. 15 points to fight for. 5
Let's
points
go.
off the top 4.
Yeah.
I see Chelsea finishing 5th, not Liverpool. No?
Look, not that it matters where Chelsea finishes because they'll win the Champions League. But
Oh, my goodness.
we are definitely getting fourth place. I know it sounds sad. We sound like Arsenal of yesteryear, but I think we're going to get fourth. Already West Ham looks like they are frail. So we'll definitely get that fourth position.
Hey. Okay. All right. I sees you. So I think Pep Guardiola is going to test you guys out this weekend because he's already won the league. He does not really need to win any more games to win the league besides one game. He's going to test Chelsea, and then whatever Chelsea gives him this coming weekend, he's going to give it to you in the Champions League final on the 29th of May. And I see Pep Guardiola winning it. I'm not even going to lie. Man City is about to pick up their very first, in Africa we call it a star. You know what I mean? Personally, for me, speaking for me, my girl switched from Man U to Man City this season. I had to go buy a whole Man City jersey this season. So I'll be very happy if they win the Champions League. I'm not even gonna lie. Majasto, your thoughts on the Champions League? Who's winning? Chelsea, Man City?
Okay.
Yeah, man. Chelsea, Man City, Champions League final. Who's winning?
No, I think Man City is gonna take it.
Thank you.
I think Man City is gonna take it. They are the favorites right now. So yeah. I don't know about Chelsea. Chelsea's dropping as well. I don't know, man. And Arsenal is like English Premier League chief, so we don't talk much about it.
And this nigga in the same position.
So we don't talk about.
Where's Mona when we need him?
We don't talk much about Arsenal and Chiefs, but I think Man City is gonna take.
Nah, I hear you. Okay. It's tricky. And then who's getting relegated in the EPL?
Sheffield.
I think they're already relegated.
Yeah, it's over.
I think Fulham.
I really hope Burnley goes down. I hate watching Burnley.
Why?
But they've got enough points. They've got enough points to survive. So I think already the guys that are in the bottom three, which is Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield. Oh, Sheffield's gone already. Fulham and West Brom are already gone as well because West Brom is 10 points behind Burnley. I mean, they've got 4 games to go. Don't see it happening.
Those are facts. All right, let's quickly move into the La Liga, where it seems like nobody wants the league. Eh? Hey, 76 points is the number 1 team right now, which is Atletico Madrid after 34 games. Real Madrid is number 2 with 74 points after the same amount of games. Barcelona is 3rd with 74 points after 34 games. Sevilla is 4th with 70 points after 34 games. Who's winning the La Liga? Like, I'm confused. The moment someone has a chance to go top, they drop the points. La Liga is just one of those leagues where I'm just like, what is going on? Mark,
and Barca's playing Atletico tomorrow. So that's a draw happening.
Yeah.
It's tough. I think Real Madrid might just clinch it so that Eden Hazard may laugh in peace. So I think Real Madrid, I have a good feeling that they might take it.
Okay, Mahau,
I'll agree with Mark as well. I think Real Madrid have a good chance to take it. It's an interesting season. I mean, you sort of like watching every single game, and I mean, I'm looking forward to Barcelona playing Atletico, but I think Real Madrid will be the team to take it at the last minute.
Yo, Majasto.
Yeah, I'm trying to connect my things and check, but I think I've watched it at work with you. I think Madrid has got a chance to take it, man. And some are saying that okay, I don't really Juventus, but the Ronaldo saga. Let's leave it though. Uh, but I think Madrid has got it. So I'm rooting for Madrid.
Okay, now I'm
Which
rooting for
Madrid?
Barcelona. Majasto? No, I think we lost him. And then Inter Milan has just won the Serie A, rather, not the Champions League. Yo, I'm giving them too much credit. They just won the Serie A. They're officially the Serie A champions. Would you have imagined this happening last season? Mark, I mean, this is shocking to me.
You'd be a very, very, very brave man to bet against Juventus, still with Ronaldo at the beginning of the season. So I wouldn't say you would have seen it coming, but I think also the appointment of Pirlo, because I think from what I hear or from what I've heard the other pundits say is that Juventus actually brought in Pirlo to play a much more attacking style of football so that they can go win the Champions League. But that has now basically blown up in their faces because they might not even get Champions League. So yeah, it's very interesting.
It's looking tricky. Let me just give you some context. Inter Milan is sitting number 1 after 34 games with 82 points and officially champions, because Atalanta is sitting second with 69 points, meaning they can only get to 71 with the games remaining. Juventus is third with 69 as well, meaning they can also only get to 71. AC Milan is sitting fourth with 69 points. So the other three teams in the top four are separated by goal difference. Napoli is sitting fifth with 67 points after 34 games. Mohau, what are your thoughts on the Serie A right now, man?
Look, I mean, looking at last season, I mean, Inter Milan came out number 2. They missed it with just only 1 point. So them winning this season, I mean, well, it was good for them. I didn't see Juventus taking this league this season. So I mean, Serie A is that league that you just like you can guess it as quickly as possible. But I mean, I was expecting it was going to be a war between Inter Milan, Atlanta maybe, and Juventus. So, but this time I think Inter Milan came through, because I mean last time they were beaten by just only 1 point by Juventus. So credit goes to them. I mean, they've managed to have that good gap between them and Atlanta, and of course Juventus.
Juventus, yeah.
Just like the PSL, we all know who's gonna win. You know what I mean?
I think Inter Milan has got a good gap, 82 points compared to 69 points. I think Inter's gonna take this one. I think they've ran the race, with Ronaldo struggling Yana there. I mean, we know at this time of the league, Juventus it's either number 1 or number 2. But right now they're number 3 and they're on 69 points. I don't see them closing the gap. So I think Inter is gonna take this one.
Inter's already taken it. It's over. It's impossible.
Yes.
So this begs the question: is Ronaldo for Ronaldo, or does Ronaldo still have that thing? I honestly don't know. I have not watched Ronaldo play this season. I would not answer this question. Is he finished, Mark?
I think at the top, he's like Mourinho. Mourinho is finished with the big clubs. He's finished. He's done. What he can do now, Ronaldo can find himself like a second tier, like PSG type of vibe. You see, if he goes to a PSG, I think he'd do well. PSG's trash, guys. Let's not front.
No, you know why? That's because Mbappe is trash.
Mbappe is overrated, but at the same time, he's pretty good.
Overrated.
He's
overrated
for no reason.
Mbappe is a speed merchant.
He's a speed. Thank you. I open up Mark. I fool you. I yes you. I anoint you.
Speed merchant in the Farmers League.
He's in the Farmers League. Thank you. If Mbappe was to move to any other league, he'd struggle. in my opinion.
But I reckon if he moved to a Madrid or a really top tier side, not in the English league, I think he'd struggle a bit in the English league. But if he'd move to like
La Liga, yeah.
La Liga, I think he'd do bits there.
And guys, Mbappe is still young. You know, people whom I think, someone whom I think is finished right now and he cannot move anywhere, but he must just die at Barcelona is Messi. You know, I think Messi is finished with him. He cannot move anywhere
You're
else.
such a hater. What sort of football do you watch?
I'm not.
Football, you're a Carrot fan.
I'm talking about Mbappe and Messi right now. I mean, you guys are talking about if Mbappe moves, he might be finished. He's still young. He can still adjust. But with Messi, I think Messi must just stay where he is and finish his career there because he's almost over anyway. But I personally think that Mbappe, he can even do well in EPL. You know, that's my view. I think he can. He's still young. The guy can still adjust in a year or so because I mean he's a good player. I know some are hating him for his speed, which is very advantageous and very good. So I think he can still do well even in EPL, La Liga, probably even in Serie A maybe I don't know. But Ronaldo, I think Ronaldo has got some 1-2 seasons left in him.
Nah.
I think he'll do well because I heard rumors that he might be moving there to Manchester United. He might do well. Ronaldo is a beast.
Ronaldo must just come retire in the PSL, man. He must go
Once.
And play
he
for
must go
Chiefs.
play against Baroka, Chief. He must go and
And
score a
Mbappe-
hat-trick
Mbappe
there,
must go-
Baroka.
There you go. Mbappe must also come to PSL. Tapalo Morana will show him flames in terms of pace. Simple.
But why do you
Yeah,
hate Mbappe
but-
so much?
Mbappe get close to Kolela, guys. Let's be honest.
You comparing the Maserati to Cressida.
No, Chief. We are completely
Close Kolela was quick. Yeah, better
I don't
respect though.
I never thought of that comparison, but okay. I never experienced.
All right, gents. Before we wrap up, we quickly need to talk about the new Bafana boss who's been revealed. Hugo, is it Bruce? Is it Bruce? I don't understand how. Is it Bruce?
Yeah.
I can call him Bruce Lee. It's fine.
We can call him Hugo Boss as well. It works for me.
Yeah.
He says he wants to drop the new Bafana average age. His CV is really not impressive to me. I'd really love to know your thoughts. Let me start with Mahau there.
That's the problem with Bafana. And another thing, ne?
Like, that said it all, bro.
And we don't have a choice, guys. I mean, I've heard people saying that I'm done with Bafana Fan. You can never be done. Come the day we have to qualify for AFCON or for World Cup and we lose, you're still gonna complain because it's your country, it's a national team.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what's happening here. And I mean, there were concerns raised when it comes to local coaches, so that I mean we have a couple of local coaches who are sitting doing absolutely nothing. You have the likes of Eric Tinkler who doesn't have a team. Probably you could have called him, and now you're hearing that this Bruce guy is gonna call Mlifintsiki to be his assistant. And
Yeah.
I think the reason why they've managed to get him instead of other guys that were interviewed, it goes back to they want someone who they can boss easily. So the main man wants to control that joystick when it comes to Bafana. And
Don't say his name. Loud and proud.
and I mean, when I had the issue of Benny McCarthy, I'm glad that he didn't came through for Bafana. But there were issues that he raised to say that, okay, if I'm coming through from what I had, he wanted to come through with his technical team, said, okay, my assistant has to be a full-time assistant, same as me, which it doesn't happen that way when it comes to Bafana, because I mean,
Yes.
you can be a full-time assistant coach if only you are coaching the lower team, which is maybe under 23, which I mean, it will bring you to be the full-time coach that side. And I mean, you cannot have a full-time technical team or technical directors, which is so impossible because I mean, what do they do when Bafana Bafana are not playing? So coming to Benny's issue, I think I'm excited that he didn't come through. It's not part of the Bafana Bafana team yet. But no, man, something needs to change. I don't think the problem is with the coach here. We can. I don't know. Hey, I don't know.
Mark.
It's very simple.
Yes.
Kaiser Chiefs, Bafana, one in the same thing.
At least you know.
Bafana is the Kaiser Chiefs of the international game. They have oodles, like they have so much potential to be one of the best. But Bafana on paper should be winning the AFCON at least 5 times out of like the 10, 20 years that it's hosted.
But football is not played on paper.
This guy
exactly.
I think this guy will run away before his contract comes to an end. 5 years is
he's gonna lose 2 games. He's gonna lose 2 games, and then we're gonna be fed up. We're gonna be like, he must go back home.
Yeah.
And you know, as South Africans, sometimes with foreigners, we're not the best of friends with foreigners. So yeah. So I think unfortunately he's won the what's this, the African champion what is AFCON? He's won AFCON with Cameroon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. In 2017.
So he's got pedigree on the African continent, but at the same time, South Africa is a complex country and it's a complex team because you'll have talented players, but for some or other reason they will not show up. So I don't think the coach is the problem. Again, we need to go back to basics. We need to, again, the politicians there at SAFA must go. We need to get, because I mean, Mulifinteke was never sent all over the world to go and watch these boys play, and I think that's why he never really got the top talent from Europe. Because we have a few. I heard last is like 69 players playing their trade in Europe. You know, so why can't we see all those players available and get the best of the best from there, get the best from the PSL? So yeah, I think the coach is not going to really be the answer. I think the guys at SAFA must go.
Yeah, no, there's one guy at SAFA that must go. But before I bring you in, there's something that Mahal said there about the technical team, that technical team must be doing something else when Bafana is not playing, which kind of bothers me. So who's monitoring the players? Who's monitoring who's playing what position where and how? It baffles me. It really baffles me. Justice, your thoughts?
That was a technical team. I don't know. I think Benny was bringing a good suggestion of him coming with his own technical team, because I think he understands that technical team. It's very easy to work with people you understand. Unlike being appointed and then you are gonna be given someone you don't know, someone you've never worked with. Someone who doesn't even understand the way you do things. I mean, Benny McCarthy he's a different kind of guy. You know, he does things his own way. Someone said on radio, I was listening. Someone said that Benny will fix Bafana Bafana because players will be scared of him. He'll clap them. You know,
You must clap them, Benny. You once clapped at a player. The player wanted to run off the pitch.
Exactly. So I think the strategy of him bringing his own technical team was actually a good suggestion. You know, to work with people who understand you and know exactly what you want, and then those people will be able to work with you and work with the team as well. So I think that suggestion was the best one. Unlike coming from south and then you get someone from north, you guys are not on the same page. You only starting to write a book now. Who knows if the book will have connections? You know, so. That's why Bafana Bafana is sloping. To answer the question again, Bafana Bafana, let me just jump in there. The problem is not with the coaches. The problem is at SAFA House. You know, it's politically ran. The problem is not with the players. I mean, Danny Jordan has been there for a way too long now. He must make way for young blood. He must make way for young people.
He can hire me if he wants to.
And let's take into consideration already. The new coach is 69 years. He's been given a 5-year contract. That means he's gonna be until he's 74. You know, So those are the things to look at. I mean, we have young coaches in South Africa who can do the job. You know, we have young coaches in South Africa who can stand and say, no, I want to do this. And according to the CEO, he says that there were three to their top five. On their top five, there were three South African coaches and then two from outside. Why couldn't they pick one from that three? You know, why couldn't SAFA? It's like South Africans, we are not proudly South Africans. We don't use our own products. We prefer products from outside. And then when those products
Obvious.
and then we start doing the chop and chip and chop and chop. Look at what they did to Pito Msimani. I mean, if they gave him time, Pito could have built Bafana Bafana. But because we are impatient and we don't want to wait, we just want to kick people out and this one. So there's chaos goes off our house. The problem is not with the coaches. Problem is not with the players. It's at the top in Safa. They must just do the reshuffle there.
Please, I agree with you there. All right. In closing, TTM versus Chippa United. Both teams beat Chiefs. Very sad. Anyway, Nedbank Cup final.
Wow.
Nedbank Cup final.
I hope TTM wins it just because I don't like Cheaper, man. Cheaper Mpengesi as well. I feel like that guy is very arrogant. Is bad for South African football. What he did to Dan Dance is horrible, man. So I hope he loses. I hope they beat him 5-0 on the day. He fires the coach again. It's fine. But yeah, Cheaper Mpengesi, just for that, I want him to lose.
Mohau. Justice?
Cousin Chief Defense Force. I've gone.
Gone. Manchester.
Chakuma Chamazibandira. I think they must win, and for the same reasons. Because Chipa is just a bad example to South African football, man. I think he must fire the coach. Okay, it's fine, and then fire himself at the same time, and then they get relegated. I wish they get relegated as well, because what he's doing to the coaches, I mean, he kills their spirit, you know. He kills, everything in a human being. You lose two games, we are gone. So I'm giving it to Chakuma Chamazibandira.
Isn't it weird? I think correct me if I'm wrong, but number 14 and number 15 are facing off in a cup final.
But that always happens in South African football. Check the cups like that, man. Remember that team that beat... did it beat Chiefs? TS Galaxy, it beat Chiefs, ne?
Can we stop with Chiefs, man? Whoa, with Chiefs.
No, I'm making an example of small teams taking the cups, I mean, in South Africa.
Mark, I came here for violence and I'm getting exactly what I ordered. Thank you very much.
Justice has been on our case, guys. Hey. The whole podcast is just Chiefs lost on the final day. Chiefs number 9. Chiefs. How guys?
Be a giant only to find you are an ant. You're gonna be on your case.
You know what's the one thing I love about Pirates fans though? I always remind them, Mapagania, there was once upon a time a soccer team that got into a 1400 Baki, all 15 players, drove to the stadium and beat you 4-1 and drove back. The name of the team is called Maluti, F-E-T. So don't come here talking about TS Galaxy. It was not even in the final. Does that team even still exist? We don't know. At least TS Galaxy is in the PSL. Does not come brand new, eh?
Mara Chiefs must just volunteer to go to and play against Royal AM, I mean, I think that right now that's their level. They must just face Royal AM, Royal Kings, whatever they call themselves. Go, Glad Africa and fight it there, and then build confidence and then come back. Because right now, Chiefs is not doing their things, man. Chiefs is right now they're playing league footballer ABC Mutsipe. That's Chiefs right now.
Marama, just you know what I love about this, right? Real Kings literally has 3 games to go. Angelim Pisani's team, and they 1 point behind. So you could be playing against them next season. Can you please come back after they trap you 3-0?
But remember what I said to you. I said that Royal AM or Real Kings, whatever they call themselves now, because they have a lot of names. I think they are coming to the PSL next season, and I think we're gonna see some magic. These small teams that are coming in, okay, Swallows. The problem is they play with old players, Buomere, Mokoena, and no man, no.
Who should have followed
All
Rondo
former, all former Sundowns players.
Yeah,
Oh, they coming for me, Mark.
Swallows
I'm
right
just
now,
saying they had a drinking problem after Sundowns.
That's because if you go to Klorkop, hold on. If you go to Klorkop, right opposite the gate, you know what's there? A bottle store. Right now, it's still standing.
And the only player that they need right now as Swallows is Sompogegan. Then they are complete. It's an elderly team. So you cannot expect those people to run for you cannot expect them to run for the whole season and be number one. At some point, they said, no, gents, no. But we haven't been there for a while now. Only to find they'll be throwing the whole season. I mean, it's elders, man. Come on. So, no.
Okay, gents, let's respect the elders, please. Let's respect the elders. All right. How you? Oh, by the way, guys, Chiefs signed Hamaldine, yes? How?
Yeah.
Your final thoughts before we wrap up? Real quick.
Look, it's going to be an interesting one. TTM and Chiba United, looking at where they are sitting within the DStv Premiership. As much as it's going to be an interesting one, I mean, looking at both their forms, you've seen Chiba United winning their previous 2 games, beating Chiefs and also beating Stellenbosch. And then TTM on the other side, they were beaten by Black Leopards and they managed to beat Kaizer Chiefs. Funny enough, Kaizer Chiefs is and then, but head to head, I've seen an advantage going for Chiba United. I mean, they've played against each other within this cup, the Nedbank Cup in 2019, where Chiba United managed to beat TTM 2-0. And recently, the last time they met, it was within the DStv Premiership, where now they came out on a 1-1 draw. But I see TTM coming through and winning this league, this cup. I see the coach having some special tricks when it comes to against Chiba United. And also, I mean, the TTM has a great quality players. So I see those players dominating within that game.
I know. I hear you. Justice, your final thoughts as we wrap up?
Yeah, no. I don't know. Yeah, TTM must win, but I don't know because they didn't really beat Sundowns. I mean, penalties, they can go either way, you know?
Thank you. That's the very first time you've ever said that in your entire life.
No. Let me wrap up. So I think I wish they could have beaten Sundowns fair and square, 90 minutes, or maybe in that 120 minutes extended time. But then with penalties, you know, it can go either way. But I wish TTM wins the league because cheaper is trash. And I also pray that Benny wins all the remaining 5 games. It's 5 or 4 now. All the games, Benny McCart must just win them and Sundowns must just lose everything. Thank you.
Hi, Bob.
No, man. I think congratulations to my club, Chelsea. You know, finalists, Champions League for the 3rd time in now a very short history. So yeah. Otherwise, Kaizer Chiefs, let's go match. Apparently it's on the 14th of May. Let's all go match. And then demand those bottles of Hennessy from Bobby Mtaung. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, you know what, nah? As a Sundowns fan, I'm going to join that match, but be on the opposite side because you deserve exactly what you are getting more. I'm coming to that match. Kaizer Chiefs has been brown enveloping us for decades. The chickens have come home to roost, and I'm very happy about it. But in closing, I just want to say, look, TTM definitely deserves to win the Nedbank Cup final. It's about time that they win something. Chiba United and firing many coaches, it is not fair. And yeah, man, that's all I have to say. Mamelodi Sundowns is winning the league. With that said, I miss Jackie very much. We missed Una very much.
Those ones are suspended for now.
for now.
Yeah.
Why?
I think they
It's not
suspended
about
each other. They suspended each other. I'm not sure.
Oh, by the way, before we leave, we were told that Mark was gonna get his jersey within the week. It's been over a week now. Mark, did you get your jersey, your Chelsea jersey?
Hey, I think I must just send the collections company to tell that the owner he owes me money. He's got debt to pay.
Did
I'm
that
still
beer
waiting.
brand send you a
Una,
beer? The beer brand.
No, those ones.
I
Those
think
ones.
I think when in general, you need a collections company for your life.
Serious.
Too many collections.
But that's fine. I'm setting it up as we speak.
No, sweet stuff. All right, gents. It's been a pleasure having you, Justice. Thank you very much for the visit. We absolutely appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
All right. It's been another episode of the Banter Club SA. See you guys same time, same place next week. Love and lights to you and yours. Cheers, gents.
Sure.
Away.
Join us every week on the Banter Club.